Hello everyone and welcome back to part 5 and the final part of the first game of Sakura Succubus. Let's just jump right in, shall we? Next Monday. Is this the place we'll be staying? Yes, it is. It was one of the best rated Raikens in the area, and it's in such beautiful scenic location. What do you think, everybody? Wow. I whistle, impressed. I take in my surroundings. After a couple hours on a train with only a handful of changes, the four of us made our way to our destination, that being this charming Roken. The Roken is located in the countryside, only a stone's throw away from Mount Fuji. This Raiken's location at the top of a hill, and though getting here was a bit of a slog, I think it was worth it. The air smells crisp and clean, and the tall cedar trees are breathtaking. The Raiken itself is a large, spacious building, which looks a little like an old-fashioned palace. A gentle breeze ruffles the hem of my shirt and my flyaway hair. I can smell sopra mingled with the earthy aroma of the forest. Is that from the hot springs? I haven't seen the springs yet, but if they're anything like the facade of this Roken, I'm sure they'll be luxurious. This place looks nice, Marina. In fact, it looks better than nice. I've never stayed anywhere this fancy in my life. Thank you for organizing this trip, but are you sure you're alright paying for this? This place looks expensive. Don't worry about it, dear. I have more than enough money. I prefer to use my wealth to bring others joy, rather than hoarding it like a dragon. And what about you two? Marina shoots quizzical looks at Ayu and Cosmos, the final two members of our quartet. Do you like this place? I think it's incredible. I've never been to this countryside before. I thought it would be smelly and run down, but this place is amazing. I need to take a lot of photos. My fans on Rapid Pound would love to see this. Cosmos reaches into the pocket of her short shorts, and extracts her phone. She begins snapping pictures of the Roken excitingly, with all the gusto of an American tourist. I'm glad you're easy to please. Marina giggles. And what about Her Majesty over here? Akua Yu stands proud and undaunted. She's clad in the frilly costume she usually wears while performing, her skirt layered like a wedding cake, her white shirt beckoned with ribbons. She's even wearing the little hat that caught my attention during our first meeting. How does that hat stay on her head anyway? It's a mystery. It's too hot outside. I'm sweaty. If you'd checked the weather forecast before you set off, you would have known that. Marina clicks her tongue. Why did you decide to wear that silly outfit anyway? It's not very practical. Says you, miss. I live in my business suits. Business suits are certainly more sensible than your over-designed garments. I can always take my jacket off, unbutton my shirt if I get too hot, but how can you cool down? You're already exposing so much. There's little left for you to remove. Can it? Can it? Can it, you old hag? Can it, you old hag? I have to wear this outfit, rain or shine. As an idol, I'm always performing for my fans. Whether I'm on stage or not, that being the case, I always need to look cute. That's very, inspiring, but I don't think you need to wear quite that many ribbons. We got no shortage of funny looks on the train here, thanks to Ayu's appearance. Does she love being the center of attention that much? She's so vain. Oh, what do you know? You're just a cameraman. You don't understand the first thing about fashion. I'd rather die than wear a boring suit like you, or a baggy jacket like Cosmos. Have fun sweating. Have fun sweating, then. I won't have fun. Nothing about this rotten journey has been fun so far, but I'm doing my best to bear it. There's nothing There's nobody better than faking smiles like seasoned idols. Teehee. Really, though. Ayu scowls, her face thunderous once more. I hate the countryside, especially in the summer. It's so muggy, and there are so many insects. It's smelly, it's nasty, it's inconvenient. Plus, this place looks like 100 years old. I'd far rather stay in a nice modern hotel, not a hovel like this. Why, you... Marina rounds on the problematic idol, no doubt ready to discipline her, but Cosmos gets there quicker. She grabs a hold of Ayu, a bright smile on her face, and says, Don't be mad, we're on vacation. Smile, Ayu. Don't feel like smiling, practically not when I'm with you. Let go of me. I won't. We need to take a photo together, so everybody on Rapid Pound knows we're having fun. I want to make my 3 million fans happy. You're an idol. You should understand. Don't you want to make your fans happy too? Like I care about them. They're all disgusting pigs. I bet they'd break out into a cold sweat if they ever spoke to a real woman. They're the worst. Wait. Did you say you want to upload this photo to Rapid Pound? Yes, I do. Is that a problem? No, that's not a problem. In fact, I think it might be a good idea. After all, we're such good friends. She sure changed her tune. I can't imagine why. Though, you don't say it out loud, I think I understand what's promoted this sudden bound of docility. Cosmos has 3 million Rapid Pound followers, but Ayu has less than 1 million. Or 3 million Rapid Pound followers, but Ayu has less than 1 million. If Cosmos uploads a selfie of them online, it should boost Ayu's exposure. Ayu doesn't care about Cosmos, and she certainly doesn't want to be her friend. She's just trying to steal her fans. I wonder what to think about this little ploy. It's unfair to Cosmos. Ayu being so brazen about this, I can't help but feel annoyed. Cosmos seems pretty genuine about befriending Ayu, but all Ayu can think about is herself. She's so selfish. I don't think Ayu deserves a sweet, earnest friend like Cosmos. But Cosmos doesn't seem to notice Ayu's evil scheme. Or if she has, she doesn't care. She holds the camera up before them, smiling sweetly. Come closer to me. I need to get you in the frame. Of course, right away. Ayu leans in a little closer to Cosmos, smiling brightly. Her hefty bust pushes up against Cosmos, and she winks cutely. Should I strike a pose like this? Or maybe like this? That's fine, hee hee. Cosmos giggles. This is the first picture I've taken with a friend. Ayu might be annoying, but she's my friend. I'm really happy. Okay, Ayu, say cheese. Cheese! With a bright smile, Cosmos pushes the shutter, then takes a photo. Though it's nothing particularly professional, I can sense Cosmos' love in the selfie. She loves Marina for organizing this trip, and Ayu for being her friend. And I'd like to think she loves me too for being her boyfriend. Cosmos is definitely weird, but her heart is overflowing with affection. Coming here wasn't a mistake after all. Of that, I'm certain. By the time the week's up, I'm sure we'll all be good friends. Friends? I thought you said we were friends. We are friends. Why? Why, you ask? Just look at this. Ayu thrusts her own phone in Cosmos' face, her eyes beating with embarrassed tears. I didn't know you were going to put stupid filters all over our photo. You never told me that. Now you've made me look like a moron. How dare you upload this online? You're the worst. All my fans are going to laugh at me. I don't think you look like a moron. The bunny ears are very cute. You're cute, Ayu. I know I'm cute. You don't need to tell me that. I'm adorable. But this photo doesn't do me justice. I look stupid. Delete this at once, before anybody sees it. Huh? I can't do that. And why not? Cosmos tips her head askance, impervious to Ayu's wrath. It already has over 300,000 likes. What? No way! 300,000 people have seen me with a stupid bunny filter all over my cute, charming face? You collapse against the ground. My career as an idol is over. I've never lived this down. I hate you, Cosmos. Away. After that, the day progresses smoothly. The four of us check into our rooms, and then we look around the Roken, drinking in its atmosphere. When night falls, we go into the hot springs. Marina booked us into the private mixed-gender hot springs, where we can relax without any guests interrupting. This is supposed to be a pleasant, laid-back sort of night. Oh god, they're fighting. Were you checking out my boyfriend? No, I wasn't. As if I care about a scrawny excuse of a man like him. You were staring. I saw. No, I wasn't. You need to get your head examined. You're crazy. I'm not. I'm slow, but I'm not stupid. And I don't appreciate being lied to by my friend. Friend? Ha! Who said we were friends? You did. Because I wanted to profit from your popularity. Duh. It's not like I actually care about you or anything. I think you're a freak. If you hadn't somehow gotten the tiny bit of internet attention you have, I wouldn't want to be seen dead with you. You're an embarrassment to succubi everywhere. An embarrassment? I'm not. Yes, you are. You're pathetic. No, I'm not. You take that back. I won't. Then I'll make you. Oh, jeez. I peer over the edge of the hot springs, my brow furrowed. I'm half submerged in warm, bubbling water, but the same can't be said for Ayu and Cosmos. They're standing a few feet away from the baths, grabbing at one another's hair. If they're not careful, they're going to have an accident. Honestly, I wish Ayu wasn't so rude. I wish Ayu would learn to be a little nicer. She doesn't need to pick fights with Cosmos all the time. Can't she make an effort to be friends? I wouldn't put much faith into that, sadly. Those girls have always been like this. They're forever arguing about the silliest of things. It's enough to try one's patience. Under normal circumstances, I'd give them a piece of my mind. But I suppose brats will be brats. We're on holiday now, so I'd rather relax. I don't feel like scolding them. And who knows, getting these pent-up frustrations out of their systems might be good for them. Marina sounds confident enough, but I can still hear Ayu and Cosmos shouting at one another. You skank! Bully! Slut! Meanie face! Meanie face? Is that the best insult Cosmos could come up with? For a succubus, she's pretty naive. Well, I hope you're right. I don't want to hear any skulls being cracked. It'll be alright. Even if they do crack a skull or two, we succubi are awfully resilient, foo-foo. Marina reclines in the hot spring beside me, her ample bosoms pushed up against her thighs. Her long, silvery hair trails into warm water, and a serene smile plays about her lips. The sun has already set, and the moon is high in the sky. Its milky light pours down, illuminating the gentle slope of Marina's shoulders and the curves of her bared body. I still can't believe I'm on the retreat with Wakasaki Marina, of all people. She's older than Ayu and Cosmos, yes, but her mature charms are no less enthralling. In fact, I think she might be even more enthralling than they are right now. Oh? Marina must have caught my wandering gaze, because an amused smile plays about her lips. What are you thinking about, darling? Oh, nothing, really. Nothing. Marina leans in, her full breast pushing against my arm. Are you sure? You're not hiding something from me, are you? No, I'm not. I swear. Cute, my dear Hiroki. Marina caresses my cheek with her damp palm. You really are a bad liar. I can see what you want. It's written all over your face. You want to have me. No, Shh. Marina presses her index finger against my lips. I understand how you feel. I understand completely. I'm incredibly attractive, after all, and it has been a long while since we were last together. You and Cosmos are appealing in their own ways, but they can't compete with my mature charms. Compared to me, they're still little girls. Now, why don't we leave them here? They can squabble on their own, like the silly children that they are, while we have some real fun. Marina's fingers dip beneath the trembling surface of the water. Slowly, her outreached fingers gliding towards my thigh. I feel her touch against my leg, and I gasp. What do you say? Shall we get going? Marina. I love to hold Marina's body close to mine and kiss her and caress her, but... Hey, that's not fair. You can't seduce my cameraman right in front of me, Marina. That's right, it's dirty. I'm Hiroki's girlfriend, not you. You leave him alone, you saggy has-been. He's not interested in old grannies like you. Granny? Why you... Marina pulls herself away from me, her teeth gritted in incoherent rage as she glowers at Ayu. You take that back, Ayu, if you know what's good for you. No, I won't take it back. Not until you apologize for being so underhanded. It was a dirty trick. You can't monopolize Hiroki like that. He's mine. No, he's mine. I think you'll find, girls, that he's mine. Erg. Now all three of them are arguing. I thought Marina was too mature to get drawn into Ayu and Cosmos' little spats, but apparently not. She must have a childish side of her own. I guess nobody, no matter how professional, is completely immune from Ayu's provocations. I'm a little disappointed that my time with Marina was cut short, but I know as I recline in the hot springs that I'll have another chance. This week is only just beginning. I'm exhausted. My dip in the hot springs concluded. I practically threw myself upon my futon. My room is in the Rokins and a spacious one, with windows that overlook the courtyard. I can see the shimmering night sky from beyond these windows, and the maple trees as they bow and flutter in the breeze. The wind drums against my windows, begging to be let in, but the room is warm and well insulated. I lean back on my covers, luxuriating as a cat might. My bare toes curl on themselves, and a small smile plays about my lips. I feel utterly drained, but that's hardly a negative. Ever since I met Marina, my life's been a dizzying roller coaster of non-stop events and emotions. But I don't think I'll trade it for the world. I'm glad that I met Marina and the rest of her succubi sisters. Marina warned me that I wouldn't be able to handle all of their attentions, but I think I'm doing a pretty good job so far. It's nice having an entourage of girls about me. They make me feel less alone. What would I be doing right now if I hadn't met Marina anyway? Most likely I'd be back home in my crummy apartment, counting stains on the walls. It's thanks to Marina that I'm able to stay in a fancy place like this, high in the mountains. I've never stayed in a Rokin so luxurious before. I feel almost like a celebrity. Part of me wants to roll around on the spotless titanium mats like a little kid might. But I'll curb that impulse for now. Still, I'm doing pretty well for myself, all things considered. This sure is the life. I finally made it. Yes, you have. Congratulations, darling. My head snaps to the one side. I gasp, alarmed, as my eyes land upon those of my intruders. Of course, I know who she is. Hey, Cosmos. I greet her with a small wave. How long have you been there? I didn't hear you come in. I was going back to my room when I heard you talking to yourself. The sound of your voice made me miss you, so I decided to check up on you. I didn't want to disturb you, though, so I opened your door very, very quietly and crept inside like a cat. Josh would love that. I hope that's not a problem. Oh, no, it's fine. I'm glad to see you. But I would have appreciated a bit of a warning. You could have knocked. Duly noted. I will keep that in mind. Right, then. Do you want to sit down? I would love to. Cosmos crosses the room, her stockinged soles padding against the titanium mats, and sits beside me on my futon. Her jacket sliding down her arms, revealing an ample amount of pink shoulder. Said shoulder is now brushing against me, her side pushed up against mine. Sighing happily, Cosmos rests her head against my shoulder. A few loose strands of her hair tickle my cheek, but I don't pass comment. Sitting next to her feels nice. It reminds me a little of the time I spent back in high school with my first girlfriend. Though Cosmos looks nothing like she did. My first girlfriend was a traditional Japanese beauty with long black hair and very white skin. She was reserved and demure, and she wore long dresses, unlike Cosmos' shorts. If I had to liken her to another girl, I'd probably compare her to a famous actress, Yamamoto Hifumi. But that's neither here nor there. I haven't seen my ex-girlfriend in years, and I doubt I'll ever meet Yamamoto Hifumi. Right now, I'm happy that I can spend my time with a certified cutie like Cosmos. We've not known one another very long, but her presence is soothing and she makes me feel at ease. And speaking of not knowing her at all that long, hey Cosmos, I was wondering something. What? Do you have a family name? Marina's is Watsuzaki and Ayu's is Aku, but I've not heard yours. It's Moretti. Moretti? Is that Italian? My mother was a succubus, but my dad was an Italian man. I inherited his name. Score one for the Italians like me. So Cosmos is Cosmos Moretti. I guess her name is named be in the standard Western order since she's part Italian. Now I wonder if she can speak Italian. This reveal is pretty interesting. I didn't know succubus women could have babies with human men, but I guess it stands to reason. It doesn't seem like there are any male succubi, which must mean female succubi can only reproduce with humans. I wonder how your average Joe would feel to learn that his partner, and by extension his kid, is a succubus. It sounds like it'd be a nasty shock. Did your father know you were a succubus when you were born? Did your mother tell him? No, he never found out. My mother went back to the succubus realm to give birth to me. Up until recently, I'd lived there all my life. So you never knew your dad? Cosmo shakes her head. I'm not the only one. You and Marina never met their fathers either. Humans aren't supposed to know succubi exist. We're a secret in most cases. Not even our own fathers know about us. There are a few exceptions, though. I see. The ins and outs of succubus and human relationships sound pretty complex. Now I realize just how blessed I am that Marina decided to be upfront with me. If it wasn't for her honesty, I'd still be in the dark about her true nature, and Cosmos and Ayu's. If I'd never learned Cosmos was a succubus, I doubt I would have been able to love her as openly as I do. It's hard to keep a relationship going if it's mirrored in secrets. Hey Hiroki. Cosmos inhales, her eyelashes falling shut. You smell good. You've said that before. So's Marina, actually. I don't get it, though. What am I supposed to smell of, exactly? It's hard to say. You smell sweet, but not like candy and cookies do. It's enticing, but not overpowering. I guess it's the smell of desire. Desire, huh? That sounds kind of poetic. Do you think so? Cosmos giggles. Maybe I should post that one on Rapid Pound feed. I'll take a photo of us together and I'll caption it, The Scent of Desire. People will think I'm very artistic, especially if I put a black and white filter on it. Cosmos is already trying to ferret her phone from her pocket when I place my hand over hers just in time. Wait, I thought we agreed that we wouldn't publicize our relationship. Oh yes, you're right. Cosmos slides her phone back into her pocket with no small amount of hesitation. She sighs. I trust your judgment, Hiroki. If you think we should keep it a secret, I will. But I wish I could tell everybody. I love you a lot, and I want the world to know it. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed of you either. To be honest, I think I'm punching in our way over my weight. Dating a girl like you, you're much more attractive than I am. I'm sure if you showed my plain face to all your followers, they'd think the same. They'd say I don't deserve you. They'd start digging into my past, and they'd read me endlessly. They might even claim that I blackmailed you into this relationship. No. Cosmos clings to me. Her arms would possessively about my own. Her arms wound possessively about my own. That isn't true. They're wrong. You'd never do anything like that. That awful. I love you because you accept me of who I am. You don't look down on me, and you don't mock me. You're supportive and kind. And I smell desire? Yes, you're wonderful. You're wonderful. So don't put yourself down. I'm trying not to. I doubt your fans would be so kind, though. That's sad, but You're right, I think. Cosmo sighs. I try to be optimistic, but I know not everybody out there is kind. I receive a lot of hate comments myself from people online and other succubi. My sisters always used to tease me for being weird and awkward. They said so many cruel things, I started to believe them. Then, I beat myself up too. I felt sad and lonely. But I'm happy now. I have my fans, I have you. You're very special to me, and I won't let you go. I don't want you to be harassed too, so I won't upload any photos. I would like to take a few photos of us together, though. That way, I can have something to remember these happy times by. Would that be a problem, Hiroki? I think that should be fine. I'd be honored to be in a photo with you, Cosmos. Yay! Cosmos claps her hands together. Then, leaning in close to me, let's strike a pose, like a couples do. Cosmos takes her phone from her pocket and points it at us. Cosmos, being a seasoned selfie taker, flashes a peace sign on cue, but I'm a little more reserved. I might be a photographer, but I usually take photos of other people, not myself. I've never considered my own ordinary features worth commenting to the ages, but I guess I'm plainless and offset somewhat by Cosmo's presence. I look brighter than usual when I'm with her. Happier, maybe. I'm not sure. Cosmos isn't the same as my ex-girlfriend, but she brings out the best in me. I don't quite know how to work my best angles like Cosmos does. But that doesn't matter. I'm through with being self-conscious. Are you ready, Hiroki? I'm going to take it. I'm ready. I strike the moment Cosmos pushes her finger down to take the photo. I lean in, bringing my face even closer to hers and kiss her. Huh? Cosmos wasn't expecting to kiss and she gasped, startled. A blush spreads across her cheeks, all the way to the tip of her ears. She looks so funny, I can't help but laugh. Ha 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 ha. It's a cheerful laugh, devoid of my usual self-consciousness. Though I worry a lot about Cosmos' fans would say if they found out about us. I feel relaxed when I'm alone with her like this. Just as Cosmos trusts me, I trust her. As a fellow outcast, I know she won't sneer at me or deride me. She's a very pure, innocent girl. Her penchant for half-naked posing notwithstanding, and I'm happy to have met her. I love all the succubi I've met in different ways, but Cosmos is special. She really is a wonderful girlfriend. Alone once more, I lie back on my futon exhausted. I want to lie back here, close my eyes and sleep. But though the minutes tick by, sleep doesn't come. My body might be worn down, but my mind is still active, and I can't turn it off. So much has happened in such a short space of time, I can't help but think about it. I know, based on personal experiences, that it'd be pointless lying here any longer, waiting for sleep. It won't be able to find me. I can be awfully stubborn, and sometimes it feels like my mind's trying to sabotage my body. Does my brain really have my best interests at heart? After a few more minutes, I eventually decide that's enough is enough. I slip out of my futon and get to my feet, my bare toes curling against the titanium floor. I'm practically naked, save for my boxer shorts, and it's pretty cold. It's the middle of summer, but I guess it gets colder in the mountains than it does in the city. Shivering, I pull my yukata, the Rokin gave them to us when we arrived, and put on my sandals. Then I exit my room and trek down the hallway. I try to be as quiet as possible, my footfalls softer than those of a cat's. This hall is lined with numerous sliding doors, and I'm sure the inhabitants of these rooms are all asleep. I should be asleep too. If my watch is anything to go by, it's a little after midnight. If only I could sleep at a normal time. My years of working overtime and pulling all-nighters must be catching up to me. Even on holidays, my sleep schedule is messed up. Not that this is really a holiday. I'm supposed to be taking photos of you. Oh well, that can come later. It's too late to worry about work now. I exit the Rokin, closing the door behind me with a soft thud, then glance around. Now I'm standing in the courtyard, a scenic space filled with maple trees. A cool breeze blows through the trees, the leaves rustle, low and ominous. Overhead, the stars twinkle. It's a nice, clear night. I can see the stars much more clearly out here than I can in the city. There's less pollution. The air smells nicer, too. Now I've had a chance to stretch my limbs. I feel like I'm finally ready to go to sleep. I turn, ready to depart, when, something catches my eye. I peer through the darkness, my eyes large like goose eggs. Everything feels vague, half-formed and mysterious. The garden is crawling with shadows. And one such shadow is standing beneath a maple tree, holding a red parasol over its shoulder. It isn't just any shadow, though. The closer I creep, the more clearly I can pick out details. There's a woman standing in the garden, her back towards me. Her hair is long and black, like a raven's feather, and it flutters in the wind. She's clad in an intricated kimono that's slipping off of her bare shoulders, done up at the back in a traditional box ribbon. I can't see her face, but something about her looks strangely familiar. It couldn't be. I can't quite believe it, but this woman, no way. She looks a lot like my first girlfriend. Could that really be her? Is it real? Really? Yuki? And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have finished Sakura Succubus. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. I want to thank everyone that will check this out later. Remember, if you like what you see and you're not subscribed, do me a big favor, hit the subscribe button. It helps out my channel more than you know, and I'm greatly appreciative. I don't know if I'm going to start part 2, because Mortal Kombat's coming out in a couple weeks. I might. But, stay tuned. A lot of content coming for the rest of the year. But I must bid you all adieu. Goodbye, and good night.